or worse, there's a health related issue that causes you to slow down.
And I think, speaking of that work-life balance, and allocating time for things, I think people will often allocate things in their diary that involve appointments with other people, but they don't often allocate appointments in their diary for time with self. And so, certainly for me, as far as the default diary and the allocation of time, what was a game changer for the balance principle was around putting things in like the morning walk, or time on Saturday or Sunday for the self-care principles, and actually making that appointment. And like you mentioned it earlier, Alex, in terms of boundaries, like once you set that appointment, treat it with the same amount of respect that you would treat it with the fact that you're actually showing up to meet someone else. And I think that that's a real key. And we're coming to the time of the year where people are thinking about, all right, well, I'm reflecting on my year. How did I do this year? And some people will be like, yeah, I achieved a lot this year. I'm really happy with that. What's next? And then there'll be other people that are looking at their list and they're resetting the same New Year's resolutions for the next year that they perhaps set in January of this year. And I think it's a really interesting principle around the setup frame. We talked a little bit about allocating time. We talked about being prepared. And, I have a mentor that says, win the morning, win the day, win the day, win the week, win the week, win the month, win the month, win the quarter, win the quarter, win the year. And I think it's really important that concept of preparation. It's the preparation as well as the communication around the preparation.
One of the important things that we've come to know is it's really important to understand, what is the objective? What is it that people are looking to achieve within that week? And part of that is what are the high value activities? So we talked before a little bit about, we have roles and responsibilities and our duties within our workspace, but what are we aiming for? What are the outcomes of the company? What's important and what is it that we need to prioritize? Once again, the boundaries are really important to protect the boundaries around what it is we need to do. So what we need to do is we need to look at, pretty much what are our goals, and it's not just the goals of the company, it's what's the goals of, the employees and the people that are working with you. There's the motivation right there, what are they working towards? And this, of course, is going to be a driver for them. But for ourselves in leadership, we need to be really clear on what our outcomes are for our departments, for our companies, for our team members, and for ourselves also.